Hey, run time.
Oh, hey, yeah, let's get on those trails. Well, as you can probably figure out, I'm not in the Nanaimo anymore. We've left the snow behind, and we're taking a small vacation here in Mazatlan, in Mexico, on the Pacific side. And my training schedule doesn't skip. It still has to be done. So unfortunately, I may have to do some runs on this here beach. And over on another one I'll show you later next week is the Isla de Piedra, which is the Stone Island. And it's a beautiful beach that goes for a long, long ways down. Nice and hard packed, nice runs. And you can put in a couple hours run actually. So here we are in Mazatlan. So let's do a little bit of a race, my training update. Training schedule has been on track. As you can see here in the sand, week one of the training was 5 hours, 5 hours and 10 minutes, and 5 hours and 20 minutes. I've slowly increased. And the distance was 40 kilometers, 41 and 44. Those are my distances. So again, a slow increasement. And folks, we got 189 days or 27 weeks before we toe the line on the Canadian Death Race. So I'm building base, and I hope you are too. You know, as runners, we think of the strangest thing when we're out there running. And this week, obviously, my long run was here on the Mazatlan, and I had to run at 8 degrees centigrade in Canada, and I come here and I'm running at 26 degrees centigrade. And the long run was a 2-hour run, but boy, the heart rate sure was up, and we would know that. As runners, we should know that it was going to take more to run in the heat as well as it was going to take to run in the cold. So I'm going to suggest, if you have to change your training, if you're running in the heat, is to take your average run time and half it and add maybe 10% back in. So I should have actually ran about an hour 10, an hour 15 in that heat. Of course, hydration and all that. So even if I had a text about if having a flu or a cold. I'm not a doctor, but one of the tools we talked about having a self-evaluation in your evaluation belt. So I was evaluating myself the whole time to say, how do I feel? Where's my heart rate? What's going on? All the time, every 30 seconds, and ensuring my form was right and using the least amount of energy to get myself down the walkway. So if you're up there training, evaluate where you are all the time. It will certainly get you to be a completer in Canadian Death Race. Anyway, that's a little update on my training schedule, how it's going. No, I'm not going to miss any when I'm down here in Mazatlan. It's really important to stay on track. I do have a rest week, so I got 2 fun runs coming up this week, and they will be fun, I can tell you that. Anyway, the next little bit, I want to talk about night running and with your flashlight, your headlamp that you're going to be using. So we'll talk about that, and we're going to take a little trail, a little diversion called Ammonite Falls. The trail's not named, but beautiful falls there in the Nanaimo. So you know the routine. Please like and the subscribe part, and send me comments. I love them, keep me going. So let's go talk about running in the dark.
Well, I sure hope you get out there and practice with your headlamp. Now let's face reality. Like all completers are gonna run in the dark unless you time on a 3/4 split. Because this is so disorienting to run. This is a trail I know, and I can't tell you what the next corner is. So when you're running the death race, knowing from personal experience, I really look for trail markers. Sometimes it's surveyor's tape, certain color, and others it's reflector beads on the trees. But you got to practice out here with your equipment. No, guys, I know I'm doing have to forgive me, I'm doing a tempo run, so you can tell by my breathing, it's definitely short sentences. But anyway, it says to have a spare set of batteries for your headlight. I want to know how you're going to change those in the pitch dark with no light. You need two, if you're like me, three. I remember tripping and falling, I had all three going, and all I saw was three lights going through the air as I fell and did a roll, and all three went out when you hit the ground. Have a spare. But to run, whew, the chance of twisting your ankle or pulling your Achilles is way up, and your speed is down, and I don't know where you are. So get out there, get your headlamp on, and do some runs. In fact, a really good run is like a 7 or 8K double. Starting late at night, you do the first loop in the light, and the second loop in the dark. See how that works for you. You just ran that, you should know where all the sticks and bumps and roots are to find how disoriented it is. We'll see you on the trails. Or if you don't have your headlight on, maybe we won't see it all.
Okay, so this is the new Ammonite Falls Trail and all the hard work that they put in to get this to connect Wiggles Road parking lot to the Ammonite Falls. So let's go.
Hey, it's run time.
What?